Israel Makov, Chairman, Sun Pharma, joins us on the show right now. Mr. Makov, hi, morning. Why Ranbaxy, first of all? There are several companies which are doing much better business and have no FDA issues as well.
Well, first of all, I'm not going to speak for Daiichi, but we approached Daiichi. We identified Ranbaxy as a very interesting asset, an asset which has a lot of value, which is locked. And we thought that this is a very good asset for us because there is a lot of compatibility in terms of products, in terms of geographic reach, and of course it's also an Indian company.
Morning, Mr. Makov. Nikunj Dalmia also joining us. So why did Daiichi not go for a cash component and a base deal with a share price? Are they not confident at all of the value of the business? Because let's say tomorrow your share price falls because of an unforeseen event, they will get much less, and which would mean that at a stage the deal may be called off.
Well, first of all, as I told you, I'm not going to speak for Daiichi, but I would say, my interpretation, and I don't know what are their incentives, but motivations, but my interpretation is that this is a vote of confidence by Daiichi and Sun.
So, Mr. Makov, what's the rationale for an all-stock deal? Why has no cash offered, or why was no debt taken as Sun easily raised debt?
Well, in all-stock, first of all, it's true that Sun Pharma could have done it by cash deal, but we did an all-stock deal for several reasons. So one is to make sure that the process is going faster. When you make an all-stock cash deal, it could take a much longer time, in terms of approvals, in terms of other permits that you have to get. This is number one. And also, we thought that it will be a very interesting opportunity to have Daiichi as a partner with us and not just, somebody who sells to us an asset.
Right now, is there anything in the fine print or in the contract that states that Daiichi can actually cancel the deal if the stock price falls?
No, there is no such clause.
Are you confident that this deal will go through despite having no clause to terminate deal if Sun Pharma stock price falls?
As far as Daiichi and us are concerned, they have committed to vote for the transaction. The promoters of Sun have committed to vote for the transaction, and this is what they're going to do.
So which approvals are yet to be taken is because, you've said that the deal will close in December. When will the companies be able to consolidate the earnings?
Why can't we consult together with the FDA? It's not everything is in our hands. And of course, we are not announcing, we never announce, when we are going to get an approval.
So what will Sun do differently with Ranbaxy that Daiichi was not able to do? Do you have any indication on the FDA visibility? Or one would argue that why is Daiichi selling out? Because if you feel the worst is behind Ranbaxy, I'm sure Daiichi would be feeling the same.
I think that they had sufficient troubles, Ranbaxy. I don't expect more. And I think that we have a plan, and we are going to employ the plan that will remediate the situation, and we will continue to go to normal business.
You have said, or rather talked about a synergy benefit of about $250 million in EBITDA by third year, post-closing of the transaction. How do you come towards this number, and what's the rationale?
Look, we made a few calculations, it's not only rationale. We have a few calculations and estimates and analysis, and we found synergies both on the top line, and in operation, mainly procurement and supply chain.
So how do you see the margin pickup in Ranbaxy, and how do you propose to get them from the single-digit margin to current double-digit margin? And will this include some kind of a discontinuation of any kind of products, cost reduction? What I'm trying to understand from you is the following, is that how will you turn it around?
Look, in terms of to increase first of all, I have to tell you that for us, the 9 or 10% margin of Ranbaxy present an opportunity. You know, this is number one. The way that we are looking at it is really, if you look at the generic industry, if you look at the costing of a product, the major item there is materials. It's not labor. You know, so everybody is focusing on labor, but you know, so labor is not, the cost of labor is not the issue. It's procurement and the supply chain which are the main issues. And what we don't have plans, you know, to reduce or to make to reduce the labor force. We want to guide the labor force. We want to train them. We want we want them to adopt the management systems that we have. We want to empower them. We want to make them more accountable to what they do, and you will see the results immediately.
Right. Mr. Makov, some of the investors have even said that probably this deal could be, you know, done to justify your premium valuations. Competition at Taro, you know, Johnson back in Doxil, competition in some key products may mean that you may not be able to clock in 40% plus margins for a very long time.
Look, we didn't buy Ranbaxy in order to justify something. We bought Ranbaxy because it's an asset with a huge value, which we are going to unlock, that's all.
Mr. Makov, but the big problem is the US FDA problem. How will you manage FDA issues? Now that Sun Pharma and Ranbaxy both have import alerts, are you looking at revamping some of the existing plants or manufacturing plants of Ranbaxy?
We are not. We don't have any plan to do so. What we plan to do is really to study in depth all the issues that Ranbaxy has, and talk to the FDA and introduce to them all the systems and compliance and controls and guidance that they need in order to get over the problem. And we are leaders in the industry in terms of compliance and in terms of environmental safety and environmental issues, and we have the expertise, and we've done it in the past. That's all.
Mr. Makov, eyebrows are also being raised at Silver Street. Developers had, because they had picked up some stake in Ranbaxy in December quarter as well. Many would consider this as a case of insider trading. Would you clear the air for Silver Street?
It's a subsidiary. It's a subsidiary, and we make in Sun. We make investments in not only in Ranbaxy. We made also with other companies in the industry. We make it as an investment. And all this story about so-called inside trading, it's of course ridiculous, because we have done it before we had any confidential information. Actually, before we were into any renegotiations with the company, and it's also something which is it's quite peculiar. We spent $4 billion, to buy 100% of the company. So somebody expect us to play games. It's not that.